follow-up video to show you what could happen after a microdosing program. It's been over a couple of months now since I finished my Iboga program, and my integration progress has been insane. There's just been so many changes, but I will share with you my top 4 changes since I finished my microdosing program. One of the biggest and most incredible shifts that I have experienced since the microdosing program is the fact that I actually moved home. In the last few years, I've been living in a temporary accommodation, and it's been quite a challenging time, feeling like I was a gypsy, traveling in and out of London every day. And during the Iboga microdosing, I don't know, something shifted, and I was just adamant that I had to make that home my home, and I couldn't keep doing this to myself, walking around London, in and out of London every day with like this huge rucksack on my back. And I just had enough of it. It was like almost 3 years of doing that, and one day I basically woke up and I just said enough is enough. Then I went home that day. I gave it so much thanks and so much love, and then after staying at home every single day for 1 week, which I had not done in 2.5 years, I had an extremely important phone call which I had been waiting on for quite a while, to say that I had the green lights to go ahead and move back into London. I basically burst into tears. As you can imagine, I was over the moon. I was so happy. And it literally came when I surrendered. It came when I no longer attached myself to the outcome. It came when I just let go and not constantly think, when am I going to move? When am I going to move? When is the time coming? When is the time coming? When I was able to shift from that to breathe, this is your home for now. Just accept it, love it, and give it gratitude. When I was able to make that shift, it took 1 week, just 1 week for, that special news to come along. And I wouldn't have been able to do that without the Iboga. And the Iboga is just like so powerful and such an amazing teacher that it was able to give me the strength and give me everything that I needed to feel, really, everything that I needed to feel in order to make that shift, to make that change, for that move to happen. Another huge thing that I changed in my life was work. I had been working with some clients who didn't really respect me in a way that I needed. And for most of my life, I've always found it quite challenging to set boundaries and just place firm boundaries with particular people in my life. And what happened was, during the microdosing program, things were brought to the forefront. When I finally took that action to stop working with particular families and clients, it was a struggle. What the Iboga did was, it was really able to make me see things so clearly. Because I was able to feel and think the way I did, it was just a really simple decision for me to make in the end, to just basically stop working with them. Since then, I've taken on more clients. I'm currently making an income from a few different sources, and things are flowing, and it's great. What is also really amazing is, once I was able to let go of the people who didn't respect me in the way that I needed them to respect me in my work environment, I now have attracted the most perfect families. Another thing that shifted for me, which was absolutely huge, was the fact that I had been grieving for quite a long time, probably from, I'd say, the beginning of the year, when I distanced myself from someone that I cared about very deeply in my heart. Making that choice in the beginning, it wasn't easy anyway, and then maintaining it and keeping a distance was never easy. And on the Iboga microdosing journey from the beginning, I think literally from the first night or the first day when I took the first tablet, the situation literally was put slap bang in my face, and my emotions were like up here. I just felt all the pain just came, but the Iboga allowed me to just really fully be present with it and feel it. What the microdosing program allowed me to see was the fact that it was not for my highest good anymore. I was able to choose myself, and I was able to stop putting myself in pain that was unnecessary for me. It's been a painful process, but the Iboga has definitely made me realize that I need to put myself first, and staying in the situation was no longer serving me. Another change for me is my body, and I feel like I'm finally finding a balance and really starting to accept myself for, you know, who I am today. My acne that I mentioned in the 4-part series of the microdosing program, it is so much better. I feel like part of the reason why my acne has cleared up so much is because of the microdosing program. Not only has the Iboga cleared me out from the inside, it's also helped me so much on an emotional and mental and spiritual level. It's aligned me with, you know, things and products that I need to use for my face. I actually feel called to do another Iboga ceremony. For me personally, I feel like this will be my next step. Okay guys, that's my update, and I hope it was helpful.